Hey guys, how's it going? Today I'm going to show you how I made this textured inlaid sign. It looks absolutely incredible. The texture came out beautifully and I'm really excited to show this one to you guys. We do have the plans available for it on our website, so be sure to check those out down in the description. Without further ado, let me show you how I made it. It's time to start working on a new texture inlaid sign. And first we're going to cut out the letters that will be inlaid into the sign later. This sign is going to say "Be Thankful." We're going through here with the 46200-K 1/8 inch downcut bit on the Stepcraft M1000 CNC machine. The downcut bit leaves a really nice clean top surface, which is exactly what we want to see with this project. So then we can get that all pulled off of the CNC, taken over to the workbench, then I'll use the fine multimaster to go ahead and cut through those tabs. Really like using the multimaster for the tabs as it's a very easy tool to use and works perfectly. We have all of our signs all cut free. So over on the JESM router table, we'll go ahead and get all of the back sides of the letters all chamfered using the MR0108 mini roundover bit. This bit has a 3/16 inch diameter ball bearing, so it's able to get into all of those really tight areas left by the 1/8 inch downcut bit. So we're going to go through and get all of those done. This will also provide some room for glue to sit when we glue it into the sign later on. We do have the plans available for this project on our website, so be sure to check those out there if you haven't already. If you love this type of content, be sure to subscribe to our channel and go ahead and hit that bell so that you'll be notified on all of the new videos when they're released. Also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at ToolsToday. I then switched out and got the piece that we're going to inlay those letters into all clamped down to the wasteboard, and we're going through with the 46426-K 1/8 inch radius ball nose bit to carve in this texture. This is a toolpath within the Vectric VCarve Pro software, and in the plans we have listed all of the settings that we've used, as well as if you're using the Vectric software, it has all of those toolpaths already done for you. So we went through and got everything all carved, and you can see that there are quite a few frays left here on there. That's because I chose cedar for this project, just because that's what we had, and unfortunately it frays quite a bit more than hardwood. There were areas on here where there were knots, and those were perfectly clean, but I used the fine drill and just a nylon bristle brush, this is a 240 grit brush, to go over, and it cleaned that right up. It made it really easy, didn't take away a lot of the texture or anything like that, and left a really nice smooth finish, and I love the way that this texture looks, and you can see just how nice it looks here. So anyways, we got that all switched out for the 46202-K 1/4 inch downcut bit, and this is going to go through and create those pockets for the letters to all fit into. We'll go down in 2 passes, getting all of the waste material removed. And you can see there are still some frays that are left or caused by this. And again, this is because I'm doing a bunch of cross-cutting on cedar, which is, again, a softwood. If I were to use a hardwood on it, I think we would have had much better results. But again, this is the material that I had on hand, and it actually worked out perfectly. So we got that switched out for the 46200-K 1/8 inch downcut bit again to go through and just clean up those edges. We cut that with the 1/8 inch bit, so we want to follow up everything with the 1/8 inch bit again to make sure that those pockets fit really nicely. We go through in the plans and talk about how we got all the perfect fits dialed in. So definitely check that out. It goes over the entire process and how you can dial it in for your machine, since each machine will be different. We do have a really nice perfect fit, and I love the way that this turned out. The cedar unfortunately ended up being a little bit darker than I expected, so I used some General Finishes spiced walnut stain to go ahead and stain those letters to give a bit more of the contrast that I was looking for. I used the vise on the Joe Berg's workbench to get it all clamped into place. That way we can get these letters all put into place. With some Titebond 2 glue, I was able to get all of those letters put in and then just hammered them home to make sure that everything was fully seated. That space that we cut earlier with the chamfer made it really nice so there was no glue squeeze out, as that would have been kind of a nightmare to clean up here. So we got all of the letters fully inserted, and I absolutely love the way that this sign looks. I couldn't be happier with it. There's a lot of new stuff that I tried here, and the texture with the inlaid letters looks absolutely incredible. From every angle, the texture looks completely different, and it looks really nice with all the differences in wood grain, the knots, even the nail holes that were left in this piece of wood. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. We'll catch you guys back out here in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you love this type of content, be sure to subscribe right over here. And for more great videos, click right over here.